We are sitting here in a lounge during Update Conference Prague 2019, and I have a special guest here, Konrad Kokosa. Hello, Konrad.
Hello.
You are famous for your book, Pro.NET Memory Management. I have read it and it's really brilliant. I really loved most of the internal stuff of the garbage collection.
Congratulations.
What was your motivation for writing that book?
Oh, I was just thinking that it is a niche because there was no such book and I was involved in the performance analysis and things like that, and I discovered in fact that I noticed that a lot of things is related to .NET memory management. So I was trying to solve even some problems. I was trying to find some documentation, some kind of scenarios, description how to solve them, and the all knowledge was quite spread around the whole internet. And there was also a big part missing. So I decided, okay, this is a great, and I always wanted to write a book. Since childhood I wanted to write a book. So all those, I decided to write a book and about .NET memory because it is so, I feel that there was a need for that. Mm-hmm. And I hope people find it interesting. As you said, thank you. It is not easy to read it because it's more than 1,000 pages.
Yeah, it's very long.
And the very first question is why this book is so big about topic which should be working out of the box, because .NET memory management is automatic. So why such big book? What is wrong with it if you need to write about such big book about it? So my answer is, it is just complex topic.
Yeah, it's very complex, and also I really loved the references to the source code of .NET Core. Yeah. So you described how some part of the garbage collector worked, and then you can find in this method in the source code on GitHub. So it was very nice.
That is the real code, yeah, that you can find and use, and now understand a little more the source code of the GC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it is also a kind of joke because when people are seeing such a big book, they are asking how many code I copy pasted from the core CLR source code because they think that the book contains so many listings that that's why it is so big.
Mm-hmm. And on this conference, you have been speaking about high performance code design patterns. Yeah. So can you share some insights?
Because as a general, I'm a guy somehow involved in everyday work in .NET performance. Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing more and more some common patterns solving some common problems. So I decided to do something like object-oriented design patterns book. There is a book which describes different patterns. So I thought if I discover and recognize some common patterns, let's describe them, make a list, and show people provided there is something like that, they can use them. I don't expect everyone will be using this because it is for some very specific code which requires really high performance. But I like talking about that because for people it is just eye-opening that there is something like that. So they have such things in the toolbooks that they can use in future. So.
Yeah, it's probably not the thing most of the developers will use for their everyday jobs, but it's very important to know that there are some things like span or memory or things like that, because sometimes you just need to do something which requires great performance. So
and a lot of ecosystem currently and everything which is happening in .NET is saying something about here is a span, here is a faster JSON serializer, and everything is related with stuff that I was showing. So for them, even if they will not writing this, for them is kind of giving a context what it is, why it is faster. So this is the kind of knowledge that they can use, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. What's next for you? What are your plans for the future?
I have a few projects because obviously I have some regular work like giving trainings, but I also have some projects. Some are secret, so I can't talk about them. Some are more public, like I'm writing currently custom garbage collector for .NET because there is such possibility. I also will be involved in writing. I'm not sure if you've heard about Stark language, which is created by Alexander Mutel. It's kind of .NET runtime, custom .NET runtime, which will be not .NET runtime, but will be related to .NET. So here will be also involved. So yeah, and some secret projects, some smaller tools that I'm writing, everything related to .NET performance and internals and language. This is the stuff that I'm currently working on.
And you also created a card game.
Yes, and this is another project, a card game for .NET developers, which is a niche in a niche in a niche, because not everyone is playing card games, not everyone is .NET developer, and this game is also quite targeted to these .NET developers which are somehow thinking about performance, or another niche inside the .NET developer. But I think it will be fun. This is a very light side project.
Awesome.
Just to make a fun.
Okay, thanks for joining us at the Update conference, and I hope that next year we will have another conference. I hope that also we will meet.
We will
again
see the
soon.
survey results.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.